Good enough is more than acceptable. You don't have to be shooting for that A+. We want our dinners to be this love letter to our families, not just this sticky note, So yesterday, Mr. Nine and I made a batch of my protein banana muffins that I have for breakfast every morning. A double batch, mind you. And we forgot the baking powder. A few years ago, that would have completely ruined my day. And honestly, I probably would have thrown them away. And I've come such a long way in my ability to accept my imperfections and to realize, okay, B-, my gosh, yes, that's what it is. Accepting your B- efforts as a mom. I learned about that whole idea a couple years ago, and it changes everything. I cannot tell you how many times my mom would attest to this. I call her on the verge of tears, maybe tears, truly ready to throw away whatever it is I was baking usually. And she talks me off the ledge it's fine, it'll still work, do this, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. And yet it just wrecked me. Maybe I'm the only one that has cried in the kitchen. Surely I'm not. Because you try so hard, you're putting your heart and soul into this food, you're making it for people you love, and then it just doesn't turn out amazing, And that happened. And this time, truly, I just laughed about it. It was so strange. They came out of the oven, and I was like, wow, those look really smooth. It just seemed weird. It's not like they didn't rise at all, but they were so dense. So you bite into this thing, you would think it's not cooked all the way, but it definitely is cooked all the way. Anyways, not the most pleasant thing to eat, but definitely edible. And it was just this moment with my son where it's we can just shake this off so easily because it's not a big deal. And it's one of those things, we can tell ourselves it's not a big deal, but sometimes that feeling is still there that it is a big deal. And I didn't even have that. It's so cool. It's just the best. When we can really truly embrace that good enough is more than acceptable. Because good enough really gets the job done. You don't have to be shooting for that A+ in everything. I mean, let's just say in the kitchen. As moms, we want to do our best. We want our dinners to be this love letter to our families, not just this sticky note, It's a great picturesque idea and desire, and we see plenty of that all over the place, on blogs or Pinterest or Instagram or even YouTube. These women in their kitchens just creating these beautiful things and the sourdough and all the things. And then we look at our efforts and we're ooh, my poor family, right? We feel so bad that we're depriving them of not having these beautiful meals. I definitely felt that way. If ever I was we're not doing that, or it's frozen pizza, let's say. It's really, you can feel really bad about yourself. But what I realized was I was still showing up. I was still serving them. And I was giving them my best with my limitations and with my values and other things. I don't always put a high emphasis on food. It ebbs and flows. There have been plenty of times where I do. I like sourdough just as much as the next person. I do own an apron. I do spend time in the kitchen. That's just me. I do that, and I do enjoy that to some degree. But it's not this constant in my life that I could say I have always put a ton of time and effort into feeding my family, because it's just not that way. I think motherhood goes in seasons, There's a season when I'm super into that. And there's a season when we're more survival mode, extracurriculars, whatever's going on. And so that gets pushed to the back burner. And that is healthy and normal, in my opinion. And the beauty of the B- is realizing if everyone's fed, that's a win. And I showed up for that. And it doesn't have to be any certain thing in any certain way. It just doesn't. And as we really embrace that, we give ourselves so much grace. And I would hear that, like, give yourself grace. I don't feel like that really meant much for a lot of time of my motherhood. But finally, I'm starting to get it, of just giving yourself grace means seeing yourself as God sees you. Seeing your efforts as He is seeing them. If you have a loving heart and you have a desire to serve your family, that counts for so much. And guess what? He wants you to be kind to yourself. You know? Like, He wants me, when I'm making these muffins and they are almost garbage worthy, I am going to eat every single one, I will tell you. I don't like wasting food. But when I'm in the kitchen with my son, there is so much good in that. So much good in that. Way more important than the actual result, the actual food. You know? So even if it's going through a drive-thru for fast food to feed the family, you know, if you're all singing to, I don't know, my kids love Disney songs. That's what we listen to in the car a lot of the times, if they're choosing. If you're all just like singing Disney songs, and maybe the kids are kind of fighting in the back seat, and you're just showing up loving and happy, like, that is way better than you fuming in the kitchen, yelling at the kids, you know, losing your mind over all the overstimulation happening. Like, there's just a difference, and it's just not always going to be about the food, you know? I do value health. I do value all the things, truly. Like, there is so much value in all the different aspects, because feeding your family is a big deal. It touches so many aspects of life, of your family. It touches the budget. It touches health. It touches communication and connection. And that's why it can feel so emotionally loaded. But when we just see kind of the why behind feeding our family, the why is because you love them. The why is because you've been called to be a good steward over what you've been given, which is the food, which is your family, the home. And we, as moms, get to really have a big influence over the atmosphere of our home. So I don't want to say the food doesn't matter. I'm just saying how you are showing up matters even more. For me, being more carefree, more lighthearted, I love that version of me for my own sake. I mean, my kids will be fine either way. Like, I've always had faith that their life experience is their own. I am going to be a part of that struggle for them. My own personality and quirks, like, I'm so far from perfect. And that gets to be part of their mortal experience, whether I like it or not. That's just how it is. But for my own sake, like, I want to show up happy. I want to enjoy my experience. And I can't, and I couldn't, I will say, I mean, over a decade, I was shooting for that A+ always in everything I did, let alone, like, just the kitchen, we'll say. And man, when I let that go a little bit, it was so freeing. And that's when I did start actually enjoying motherhood again. Bug. Because I wasn't so uptight and just shooting for perfection and beating myself up when I missed it. And, like, it's a very stressful way to be experiencing motherhood. And for our kids to be seeing, like, my kids, oh my gosh, like, they could tell I was stressed out. They could tell when I wasn't enjoying things because I was just so focused on that, performance, I guess, like that really just shooting for top notch. And so really, it doesn't matter. Like the kitchen, the meals, what matters is that we know that God gave us these kids for a reason. We are going to have places we shine in the home. We're going to have times that we do amazing, and we're going to have times that we forget the baking powder. And the real choice comes in when we decide what to do about that. So whether you bake muffins too or not, embrace the B-, truly. And at the end of the day, don't mother like me. Don't compare yourself to me and all of my kitchen stories. Don't mother like me. Mother like you.